Hello everyone, Pockets here, back again playing some more EVE Online. It has been a week or two since my last Blitzing video, so I definitely wanted to get one out. We're going to try to get as many episodes as we can done in this episode, so I'm going to burn through it. I'm going to skip the updating part, so you'll see the updates as we go over here, but I'm going to do them off camera like I did a bit in the last video, just to speed things along. Let's see what mission we do have available to us today. We are not doing those yet. I am not set up to do those. That's something I do intend to eventually get to. It's doing the anomic agents. We can do cargo delivery. I think that's an interceptor. Yeah, we can do Quaif Ultra to here, so we'll do that one real quick while I talk about going forward. There is he. There he is. We could probably do it in the Leopard, but I think we have to get it from their end. It doesn't start here. Yeah, we have to go to the site and grab whatever it is. So let's let's not forget to actually take the mission. So we're gonna pick it up in Amitons. We're gonna So we basically have to loot the cannon warp out. I think this one's nice and easy and quick. So a couple little updates, just things I want to talk about. The speeding it up, like I said, cutting out the middle bits. That's gonna help a lot. I have been asked privately why I'm not showing the market stuff and why, you know, I'm claiming I make all this disc, but I'm not actually showing the LP items or my loot going up on the market. I did actually put that implant on the market. It hasn't sold yet. It's currently up for 130 million. I didn't notice that. That's cool. These little fins here fold up. Yeah, so it is currently on the market waiting to sell. It is on my market alt, but I have other income sources, so I'm not actually relying on this income to do what I need to do. I'm doing this more because I've been asked many times about mission blitzing. It's something I haven't done a lot, so that is the main reason I am doing it in this video series. But I am showing realistically that the estimates are there. This can be lucrative once you get faster at it, which kind of goes into my next point. There's a lot of room for me to do things more accurately, more perfectly. Sure, we'll go with that. And I don't. Like, I'm not going out of my way to get perfection in my execution. That's just not who I am when it comes to gaming as a typical rule. I like to play to have fun, and a lot of the times for me, fun comes from, whoops, I bounced off a rock there. Fun comes from the mistakes. That's when things get interesting. When you mess up and you're about to die, you have to like adjust your plans, that sort of thing. And that goes throughout a lot of EVE. I mean, a lot of the most interesting stuff happens because of a mistake, you know? Like, some of the biggest battles in EVE's history, BTAC-R, happened because of a misclick. And that's how I feel. Like, going into the Abyss and orbiting the Vedmak instead of pulling range. And then having to deal with the fact that I am now melting, right? That's where I have my fun. So I'm not going out of my way to perfectly execute these or learning how to perfectly execute them. Tips and how to make things more efficient are great. I will use them in the course of this series as I remember them. And that's great for the people that are going to come down and watch the video and might want to see how to better do it. Because if you are relying on this for income, that's very helpful information to have. I don't need to. So that's why I'm not converting my LP into ISK directly. I am counting it because that is income. It is something that someone else may want to know and be able to use, and that's why we're tracking it that way. My intention for the LP is I'm probably going to use it to convert into take ammo manufactured by my corp and convert it to faction ammo, and then use it to stock our ammo reserves for the corp as a nice cheap way to get some faction ammo influx into the corp, and that's like most likely what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna take a pause. We're gonna update this. We're gonna get on to our next mission and hit my next topic. But that's the speeding things up and me not being perfect. That's just how I do it. I want to have fun. My fit may not be perfect. My piloting may not be perfect. A, it's harder to do when you're also trying to remember to talk and record. But B, I don't look for that perfection because I find it more interesting when you do something suboptimally and have to adjust. Okay, let me update our deal and we will be right back. Alright, we are back and I've updated our data. We are doing alright. 584 million left to pay off. We will get there one day. Now this isn't the only series I'm going to be doing. Let's see, first mission, we're going to do Rogue Slave Trader. Okay. Actually, let's see where that is first. 370. Hang on. Gyrostell's next door. We're in the wrong ship. That's why it gave us the error. Okay, let's do this right. We are going up against Sancha, so that's EM Thermal. So we want to change our tank to EM Thermal, make sure it's all good. We are on Explosive Kinetic. So we pull these off. We EM and Thermal. Hey, wait a minute. How come? Okay, there we go. And Thermal. There we go. And we want to do EM Thermal rounds, which is that'll do, EMP rounds. All right, so let's go do this while we talk. Now, what was I saying? Wow. So this isn't the only EVE series I'm going to be running. I'm going to end up with at least another one in the next couple of weeks. I might even have a third sort of line of videos. So what am I going to do? I'm going to keep running this, and I do still intend to. I should have fixed these guys. It's okay. I do intend to finish this, run this until it's done, and I give away this Machariel. That is still the thing. I don't know how long that's going to take. As with all my videos, I just kind of talk EVE while I play anyways, so it won't just be grinding missions. I mean, that'll be with the video, but I can talk about pretty much anything, usually. Sometimes I'll get distracted. But I'm actually pretty interested in the Triglavian invasion that's coming, that's ongoing. I talked about it with Ashtrothi and Makoto Priano on EVE Universe podcast last week, on Thursday, Friday, or whatever that went live. We recorded it on Thursday. And that is kind of piquing my interest. It's something I'm really interested in getting involved with myself, but also I didn't accept the mission. Getting involved with myself. So I'm really looking forward to taking a look at the... Oh, no, not that. Shit. Okay, I'll be right back. I am clicking things all wrong. I'm going to jump past this gate now, so that's good. Too distracted. Okay. We're going to bounce off what's close. Can we bounce off this? It's a good thing this is a quick ship. Okay, what's the thing? Yeah, the Triglavian invasion. So I don't know what it's going to entail. It was on CC very briefly. Ash managed to take a look and actually got in and got killed. But no real details. They didn't keep it on the actual sites. Aren't been on there long. And on one hand, it would be nice to have them tested before they go live to catch any bugs. But that's a hard thing to balance with not having them solved before it goes live. So I probably won't even try it too much if it does hit CC in the next week. Kind of want to maybe wait till it's live. We'll see. If I do go on, I'll record it. But that's something I'm looking forward to going live, and we'll explore that as part of our channel here. We're going to keep this series going with the mission grinding, and I would like to do some more co-op Abyss with court mates. So those are kind of three things I'm toying around with. I just need to squeeze out more time to record, which is hard when you work full-time. Anybody who works full-time and has a family and gets it. But it is definitely something I intend to do. So maintain this series, do some co-op Abyss, check out the invasion. I'd like that to be a thing that we look at, roaming around, following it around, killing or helping triangles. We don't know what it's going to entail yet, so that'll be really interesting. The other thing I want to do is, once this series is done, I'm thinking about fitting up a ship, another battleship, maybe not a Machariel, and trying at least the Galente Epic Arc, if not all 4 factions, if I can do them, or whichever ones I can do. I think I can do Galente and probably maybe Minmatar, but we'll look into that. I'm thinking something different. Maybe a Megathron or a Roke might be interesting. Let's accept this mission and go try this again. So let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Fitting up a Roke or a Megathron. I could probably do it with the Sniper Dominics that I already have, but I'd like to fly some different ships. I don't necessarily want to fly... 1 second. Okay, we have our mission accepted. We are going to go do this. Now, I forget what I was saying. I got distracted there, but that's okay. It'll pop into my head again as we go here. Oh yeah, the Epic Arcs. So I'm thinking like a Roke or Megathron. I could do something in the Amar line. Maybe an Abaddon. I don't know. Gyrostabilizer, yeah. Let's do it. So that's something I want to do once this series is done. Check out one or more of the epic arcs. I could do a not Praxis. Why can't I think of the name of the Triglavian battleship? That's funny. I do know what it's called. I just can't remember. Damavik, Vedmak. Wow. Drawing a blank. I love when that happens. We will go look. Jeepers. It's almost like I've never... Oh. I don't like that I can't move this over. Leshak, of course. So I could do a Leshak as well. It's a little more expensive. And I might want to do something a little more newer player friendly, although the epic arcs are not necessarily that easy. Either way, I would definitely probably stick to the high sec branch of the arcs, just because that's what I do. So that's something to think about as well. If that's something you guys would like to see, let me know, and I will definitely add that to the list of things to do. Alright, so let's go into Epic Arc. Triglavian Invasions and Quapabissals. Excellent! Covered my main topics. So yeah, I was talking, we had a really good podcast recorded last week, Eve Universe podcast that I'm on with Ash and Makoto. Lots of really good lore stuff in there. There's so much of it. It's so good. Can't even... those two, especially Makoto, well, both of them, are so in on all the goings on. It's quite good. Why can't... There it is. Alright, we can shoot out to 37. We can probably shoot a little early. Should be able to hit this from here. So we gotta blow this up. We're gonna MWD down. We gotta get close enough that we can tractor in the loot can, and then we'll get out of here. Alright. That should blow it up here shortly. So in that, I had mentioned, so there was no Easter event. The hunt didn't happen this year. And that was, you know, a little bit sad for me because this is what I do. I like these things. But it didn't happen. And as I had mentioned on that podcast, on the Eve Universe podcast, was that kind of stopped me wanting to play. Like, I had really wanted to do the hunt. It was my favorite event from last year. And it just didn't happen. I'm hoping that the invasion was the reason for that, where the teams were working on the event, on the Triglavian invasion, and that's why we didn't get the hunt. So if the invasion is good, I can accept that. You know, like, that'll be cool. I'll still be happy. Reading about the invasion when all that broke, why am I not jumping? I'm not scrammed. Why am I not jumping? That was weird. That was weird. I wasn't scrammed or anything. Okay, anyway. So I'm hoping the invasion is good. If it is, like I said, having all that news breaking, I was at work when all that started happening, sort of all the Reddit posts started flying around when it hit CC, and just got me itching to play again. So I'm pretty excited about that. But, so that's kind of where the lack of enthusiasm to log in every day kind of went, but it seems to be coming back now, so that's good. It would have been nice to get some sort of indication of what was happening, because the hunt was supposed to be a seasonal. Every year we get, you know, there's a few that they try to hit every year, and that was on that list, and we just didn't get it. So fortunately we didn't get to do the hunt. Last year was when we got the X-Hiva mods for the Gyrosta's special ballistics control / drone damage augmenter mods that I use on my Gila and my Rattlesnake when I had one. So I was hoping for something cool this year. We didn't get it. Let's hope the invasion makes up for it. That's my hope. Fingers are crossed. What else comes up a lot? A lot of these videos where I'm talking about operating in high sec and how to make some ISK. Every single one of them, it gets mentioned at least once that we should be doing incursions. You can do them as a new player. Yes, I've never done incursions. I don't feel comfortable with them. I don't feel like I have the time to actually go in and start them. They've said that they can be short, but it just feels like I'd be committing to 2, 3, 4 hours at a time, and I just Sometimes I find that hard. I mean, I can. Obviously, I do it for these recordings, but that may be something I do look at in the future. It is something I'm interested in. It's just why I haven't showcased it. That is kind of the default go-to everybody sends people to, so I'm kind of trying to show some alternatives anyways. So that's why Incursions, that's why I'm doing this instead. I could do Incursions, I can fly all the ships. I mean, I have pretty decent skills on this character. I can fly pretty much all the subcaps except for maybe heavy interdictors, I think. For all 4 races to at least 4 for most skills. So yeah, it's something I could do and it's something I may do. We'll see what happens with invasions. They may kind of become the new and replacement for Incursions. But that's why I haven't shown Incursions yet. It is on my list though for the future. It is something I'd like to see Malro get into and be able to run as a corp. So alright, let me update the sheet again. We'll get on our next mission. So stand by. Okay, and that's updated, so not bad so far. 9 missions in to this whole series. I mean, it's spread over 5 videos now, so it feels like a lot longer, and it's been several weeks, so it feels a lot longer for me, but it's only 9 missions. That's realistically, if you get it down to down to proper speed and you're not taking time, you could probably do 9 missions in an hour or 2. Maybe 3 missions an hour. Yeah, that's very reasonable. 4 missions an hour should be doable if you're not stalling and taking time like I am. Alright, second half of the Rogue Slavers, let's do it. It's in the next door system. We have to clear the first room, and there's a gate, and we have to kill the 2 cruisers, the slavers, if I remember correctly, so let's go do it. Okay. Yeah, we did just have our big Malro meeting. We had all the officers. We did it through text, which is really fun. Usually we do voice, but we couldn't get everybody on committed that way. That's one of the downsides to having a chill corp. Sometimes it can be hard to get everybody lined up for something like a meeting. So we got everybody, we're kind of chatting on text, got some things sorted out, so that was cool. So my high-sec corp is going quite well. We're just doing our thing. We're a laid-back, chill, high-sec group. The main focus is in just not being jerks, just nice to each other. We attract some vets who are kind of needing a break from nullsec politics or that sort of thing and just want to have a little chill place to fly. And then the new bros that come, we get a lot of those, benefit from the experience from the vets that are hanging out. So myself and Ashtrothri and a bunch of other ex-nullsec guys, or even guys that have alts in some of the various nullsec large entities. I know we've had people go from our corp to like NC Dot or one of the Goon Corps or well Imperium Corps. So, but pretty cool. So far it's working really well. Everybody seems to be getting along. We've got some ideas for some expansions. We've kind of branched out. A small group that was interested in doing so branched out into a small wormhole that we got, which is cool. So they've been doing that. They've been learning. I've had some lessons learned moments which have been pretty interesting, like new bros in a wormhole not really knowing what they're doing type of stuff. It's really cool. That's fine. We shouldn't have too much trouble killing these things. We probably don't even have to move from this gate. We'll just sort of stay right here. We'll see what happens. Our repper should hold, especially once we get the battleships down. So if you are interested in just a chill high-sec corp, we are War Deck immune. We don't own structures. We have made deals to use other existing structures and that sort of thing. So we are War Deck immune at the moment. That's kind of the intent. One of my plans is eventually to have a secondary corp that is not War Deck immune, just to have some fun with some maybe high-sec War Deck mechanics, but I want to see where things end up and how things are looking before we do that. One thing that'd be interesting is a corp that goes around. Obviously we'd have to have structures in that corp, but takes out the structures for the war decking corps after they've war decked a group. So they war deck a group, we war deck them and go shoot the HQ. I think that could be an interesting thing. Obviously that'll require a lot more time than I currently have, but it is definitely something I'm interested in doing in the future. Another thing that might be fun that I've been toying around with is doing a small faction warfare thing. Just kind of back to what So that's where I was before I fired up Mauro, is I was in the Galente faction warfare. And that was a lot of fun. I kind of started Mauro back up when FedUp moved to Nullsec. I wasn't really into Null. I had fun with them there, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. It's not really a thing I'm that interested in. I lived in Providence for quite a while. Kind of got my fill of Nullsec stuff there, though, you know, some people would say that's not true Nullsec. Fair enough. Fair enough, but... So that's why I started at Mauro, and it's been a lot of fun. Doing well, doing fine. Hey, go on, shoot that. You know, we just kind of... We have some basic ships for people to take, and you do, you know, Co-op Abyss if you need it. If you want to join one of the Co-op Abyss fleets that we do occasionally run. Often we'll have Punishers, or... What's the other ship? We have Punishers, and I have a few Incursions. Eventually I'm going to have a ship for each race, a T1 frigate that's decent for the Abyss. That's kind of one of the other plans. So working that out, what fits we'd want to use for a Minmatar and a Caldari ship. Probably a Kestrel, and maybe a Rupture. I know Ash was flying, I think it was a Rupture on stream. Rupture the frigate? Yes. On stream in the Abyss the other day, and it seemed to work quite well, so probably don't need to run that Repper anymore. Could loot the Rex. Alright. That looks good. Let's reload. Give our cap just a half second here to get back up a little bit. We probably shouldn't need it too much. We just got to kill the two. We're going to line out to the Junsert Gate, and we're going to kill the Slavers with our beautiful EM rounds here. See this up real quick. So we'll get in this room. But yes, that's something I intend to do. Kind of our focus. We do have Penn, one of my recruiters. He often runs Co-op Abyss when he's on. So he just puts up a fleet and anybody can join. It's pretty cool. And I encourage that, which is why I want to try to have ships available at all times for such things. Let's hope there's no scramming here, because I probably should have started the Repper before I even landed, but we'll catch up. These aren't going to take too long to kill, so as long as we don't get scrammed. Do I need to loot anything? No, I don't think so. This is just to kill these two ships type mission. Repper's holding just fine. We probably don't even need it to run constantly. I can probably turn it off here and let the damage build up a little bit. That keeps our cap in order. Oh, I said, oh, it's just turning off. I'm like, what? Why isn't it off? But it takes a while to cycle because it is a large Repper. We're going to warp to here as soon as this guy's dead. Yeah, as you can see, we don't even need to run it the whole time, which is nice. We'll kill this guy. There we go. Another mission down. We know that's fine. We got this. We'll rep on our way into home dock here, but it's another mission down. So this is just how you do it. That's already 3 missions. I've been maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes for 3 missions. So yeah, 3 missions an hour is definitely doable. So what we've really done is about an hour's worth of work. Maybe, okay, sorry. Wow, can't math. Do 3.5 an hour, we can do 6 in an hour. So I've done like an hour and a half worth of actual work if I was just focusing on doing it. We do not need that running. Out of Capacitor. Shift 1, 2, 3. I just hit my... Good thing I was cloaked. I did grab the micro jump drive. We haven't needed it yet. I'm going to use that for any missions where we have to close the distance, or if I really have to just make some room because I'm about to die, I can use it. The other thing I like it for, it can help a little bit if you're traveling or someone like Code shows up and they're going to try to... Maddie's here. Going to try and gank you. They can bump you. Sometimes you can micro jump away. Give yourself some room. To stop it, they would have to warp disrupt you, which would get them concorded. So, I mean, it makes it a little more difficult for them if you can MJD out. Obviously, that doesn't work in like low sec or null sec because you can get scrammed, warp disrupted, which affects the micro jump drive. But in high sec, it's not a bad thing to have on your mission running ship. We still haven't seen. That's the thing. Like, we haven't even seen our first bounty payout yet. Yeah, see, it's not here yet. So, yep. So it's in under 15 minutes when we run 3 missions. Nice. Of course, we could have hit, like, yeah, whatever. What was I doing? I was accepting the mission. Or completing the mission. Alright, let's update the sheet, and I will be back again. Rolling right along. Okay, so we've got that entered. I gotta save it. Hang on. Didn't save it. There we go. So 10 missions total. Currently, this session, 3.4 million in ISK. Total for the 10 missions is 36 million in LP. Income is 129 million. That's including the loot from the previous video. So that's our total. So obviously the actual mission reward is not what you're looking for here. Because like I said, that was, say, 120 million. We've done 9 million in 10 missions, something like that. I can get you the total here just by doing this. Oh, we've actually done 13 million. It was 108 is what I put in the loot as. So we've done 13 million in missions over 10. So that's 13... Yeah, 1.3 million per mission on average. So it's definitely the bounties, the loot, and the LP that is going to be your key. Alright, we're going to accept another cargo delivery. I'm going to pop out. We're going to do this. We can get our interceptor out again. This is next door once again. We'll do this real quick. Just trying to go through any sort of discussions I've had recently with people and chat about stuff. Yeah. Duracell. So I'm going to be converting my LP into ammo for the Corp. That is my intent. I'll have to get someone to build me the base ammo once I decide what we need. Obviously it'll be Federation Navy. Probably antimatter would be the best bet of the 3 sizes. Probably what I'll end up doing. Divvying it up and using that to stockpile some ammo in our home system. Because I do have other income sources, I'm not too worried about converting the LP into ISK. But for the sake of this video, we will track it as such. So it's about a little under 3 times the value. ISK for running the missions and the LP. Now obviously bounties will play into that once we see the first tick here. Alright, we have an asteroid in the way again this time? Doesn't look like it. Oh, how fast this thing goes, man. It just whoo, whips around, and we'll hit the brakes. We don't need that on. Loot all. Go home. I should have ended this as soon as I hit the brakes. I should have ended this, but we managed. They didn't even get a chance to start locking us, so that's a super quick mission, and it pays pretty well for the amount of time you spend doing it. One thing I'm a little concerned about is my corp standings, or my agent standings, have been dropping. I am down to 5.0. Alright, hung at 5.1 for a while. I was skipping missions off camera this video, so you guys don't have to see the missions I'm skipping. But I can show you as we go. That was a little laggy coming in. We are here. You can see my Galente standings here. Every time I drop it, it's 0.001. So I'm still at 5.5. So I can do a lot at this rate. So that's nice. Oh wow, you can see which missions I actually skipped. That's cool. So that's where it's going to keep me doing level 4 missions. So there we go. And we'll clash this in. I will update my sheet and we will do another couple because we still haven't even got our first bounty payout. So we're going to keep on going. Okay. I don't know what happened. I was declining missions. I was at 5. And I declined the last mission. And now my effective standings is minus 2.2. And I'm not entirely sure why that is. Like that's super low, but it's That's interesting. So I can't run missions for this agent anymore. You can see here there's the declines. Some missions that I ran. I don't know. Oh. Crap. That's why. Because his... But no, that should be... Okay, well, I'll have to figure out how to fix that. I think this is what happened right here, is that I got it... No, I didn't get it below -2. There's no way. Alright, well, we'll figure it out. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of things here to try and fix our problem with our level 4 mission agent. First thing is we're going to try to chain diplomacy, which I've never trained, and apparently in skimming through some documents it's an important one to have. What does it give you? It gives you a skill at interacting with hostile agents in order to de-escalate tension. Blah blah blah. 4% modifier per level to the effective standing towards hostile agents, not cumulative with connections or critical connections, and there's a reason for that because they affect different agents. But so first, getting this at least to 1 may bump us up above the 2 mark, so we can start running normal level 4 missions to boost them back up. Connections gives a 4% modifier with friendly or NPC corporations and factions per level, so that's going to give us a little bit of a buff, and it'll probably help us eat some of the buffer. Criminal is for pirate NPCs, so we're not going to do them yet. And this is to do with Concord, but I've never trained diplomacy on this character. It's one of the ones I missed. I had it on a previous character. I know I did because I was running missions on him mostly, but I haven't. It's just the way it is. So I'm going to go ahead and pump that up at least a couple. We'll see in 4 minutes what our standings gets to. The other thing that happened just while I was off camera is we got a storyline mission offered to us by Oramara. It's a distribution mission, so we're going to need some measure of cargo space. So I think we'll take this Gila. I know this isn't my Gila, but I might take it for this distribution mission. This thing is way too slow, and I don't have my blockade runner close. I'm afraid the Interceptor's cargo hold is going to be too small. But I did say storyline missions were going to be part of this. It's a level 1. We'll see what I get for it. But we're going to let that train. We're going to pop over and see what this distribution mission, storyline mission is. That may also help boost us. That gives a little bit of a faction standings and all that. So hopefully we can get back up above -2. And then I'm going to get off camera. I'll use my Dominic's. I may record it, but I'm going to do it separate from this series. And that's not going to count towards the income. Come on. Actually, you know what? I should count it all, shouldn't I? Let me know in the comments down below. I will record it, but let me know in the comments down below if I should include my Sniper Dominic's or whatever running these standard level 4 missions to bring up our standings. I should count that in this series. I'd like to know what you guys think. I mean, technically it is income. It's not income made with the Machariel because I will be using the Dominic's, Microwarpdrive sentry drones, and just any level 4 missions that aren't anomic, I will be running. So, most likely in full clears, but we'll see. Alright, let's see what this mission is. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about that. I will record it and post it either way. It's just a matter of whether I include it in my my income statement or not. Will be the key. I'm going to mark this as a storyline. We got really lucky that was the storyline mission. That's pretty funny. I'm going to mark it in my tracker that mission 12 was a storyline mission, just because. Let's get in there and let's see what the mission is. These are pretty quick. This is a good way to build up some... I prefer security mission storyline missions, but I don't think we have a storyline security agent close enough. That's something, if you want, you could look up where you're going to get... Because it depends on what agents are close. It picks kind of like a random one within a few jumps to give you a storyline mission. We could actually probably look at it here. Yeah. And then storyline, right? Oh, you can't actually... Maybe that'll be something we can look at in the new agency. Maybe you can get a better idea. You can look through here and find actual storyline agents. We'll have to see. Anyway, we are here. Let's find out what this mission is. This will be our last mission for the video, but we want to see between diplomacy, which will be in a minute and a half, which may finish before we even get it, and this storyline mission, if we can get our base agent mission up above 2.0 so that we can at least run level 4s and grind some standings with him before we start blitzing again. Probably what I will do, you know what, it will be part of the series and it will count, because any blitzable missions we will jump in the Machariel and do, and any non-blitzable missions we will jump in the Dominix and do it, and we're going to count it all. I don't know why that popped up. Oh, because I logged out and logged back in. I ended up having to pause. I was training another character on this account, so I ended up having to pause it so I could go turn off the queue so I could start Kells back up. But that's okay. It's 4 days to train these to both 4. We'll let it happen. Alright, storyline mission. Yeah. It's level 3 agent here as well if we need to. 100 meters cubed. Yeah, so the interceptor only has 50. What do we do? Do I have to actually acquire these, or are they going to give them to me? I probably have to buy them. I'm not going to mind that, although I do have a deal. A venture over in the side. These are the limited social adaptation kit. These aren't worth too much. We'll find out what that's worth. Let's accept it. I'm sure we don't get or no, but we can do this. View market details. Usually these are stocked by people. Oh, that's cool. Let's just see for the fun. I want to do the storyline mission anyway. Is he better now? He is. That was enough. That's beautiful. Standings. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so we will be able to do that in the next video. We're going to bring our Dominix over, and we're going to start, we're going to get this up a little bit. And we'll just have to keep an eye on it in the future. But that's awesome. So it'll actually, by the time that trains up too, by the time I record that video, we'll probably have a pretty good buffer. That's awesome. So, lesson 1, train diplomacy and train connections, please, so that you don't run into the problem I just had. Now, how much is 1,000 of these? I meant to... Yeah, we need 1,000. So this is going to be an operating expense, our first one. It's not a huge one, so I'm not even, well, got to track it. I'm going to put it in here. 16,500. That was our Veldspar, 16,500. All right, first operating expense. Beautiful. Buy those. Let's do this mission. Item. What? Where did I buy those from? Oh my god. I am terrible at this game. I think I just bought those. Okay, well. Oh, system, station. Okay, so we're going to go here. This is where I bought it. I meant to click this one. That's okay. We can go get it. Cancel. Go. And I'm going to up that. That update will happen in the next, when I next update after this. For 16K, I'm not even, like, that's pocket change to me. That's pocket change to most people. Anything under like 20 mil, I don't mind just sweeping under the rug, really. All right, I can't believe we got to. So watch our agency, our agent, and our faction standings. We do, or our corp standings. We don't want them getting below -2 while we're abandoning missions. Don't let our faction standings drop below 5. That is the new target, and we're going to have to watch it a lot more closely. And there you go. So now you guys saw me do it. You don't have to make that mistake. So voila, you're welcome. And again, this is the part of the game I enjoy. I just created myself a puzzle that I now have to solve. Now, it seems to have solved relatively quickly, but nonetheless. Okay. And where do you want me to go? Oh, wow. If I had to put it in the wrong thing, it wouldn't even have to move. It was in the same station. It's been a long time since I've actually done a storyline mission, to be completely honest with you. because I haven't been running that many missions. I've been doing other things, but it's nice that this is just basically bring it here. And like I said, you saw you can buy it right in the station. They people stock there on purpose for just this reason. So there's our first operating expense. I'm not going to include the Dominics in the operating expense because I do use that when we're doing like fleet missions, or I take an Uber out to do missions. So that's just an asset I have. And yeah, we'll have to bring that into location in the next episode. We're going to grind up some standings. We will blitz the blitzables, and then we will full clear the full clears. A couple it'll be all right. I like it, and that's part of the game. I'm in no hurry. Like I said, I have other sources of income as well, which helps. But if you're going to be running missions, this is not a bad way to do it. Makes it a little more interesting. Complete. I meant to tax, so we got 44,000 ISK. Ooh. So that covers our operating expenses. And then we got our loot. And we're going to see how much that thing is worth. It says almost nothing. But we're going to count it. 1320. I should put it into appraisal actually, but I'll pop that in there. Copy. Appraisal. You guys can see this here. I'll pop it up. Paste. Ninjita. Yeah. Huh, next to nothing. But that's okay. Whoops. That's not the button I wanted. I wanted this button right here. Okay. So we counted it. It doesn't really matter because it's a non-issue. We did get our bounty payout from the last one, so that's good. And there we go. So we can go back to doing missions. And I am going to do that in the next video. We are not going to do it here. Out of the fire. That's the important thing. I got it sorted out. So we're going to get ourselves home. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video. I know I floundered there when I made my mistake, but again, that's all part of it for me. Quickly grab that. Again, making a mistake, I enjoy it more because then I have to solve the problem. Made me laugh. I hope it made you guys laugh when it dropped below 2 and you're like, oh, well, that's great. Can't do missions. And we are going to continue this in the next episode. I will move my Dominics into position and we will grind out some standings so we don't have that problem again. So, as always, feel free to leave your comments down in the comment section down below. Any of the topics I discussed today, anything else you'd like to hear me discuss, either chat or in a video. If it's a complicated one, I will discuss it in a future video. Stay tuned next video. That'll be part 5. We will be running our Sniper Dominics for a few missions to help build up some standings. And we're just going to keep grinding this baby out until this Machariel is paid for. The other thing that will be coming down the pipe is the invasion. So stay tuned for that. I will probably pop onto CC and we can look at the agency changes. That'll be a short little video. And the new Triglavian ships. I'm actually really excited about the T2, the assault frigate, and the heavy assault cruiser. I think that's a pretty cool idea. I love the look of the 2 ships, so we'll probably pop into those and fly them around on the test server here before they go live on the 28th. I believe all of it's coming on the 28th. So there we go. We're going to get home. That's it. As always, folks, take care of each other. And I'm out of here. Whew.